What up, guys? Otterpop here. Helluva Boss, the season finale is finally here. Well, technically, it's just part one. Wasn't expecting that, were you? Neither was I. But yes, the first part of the finale for Helluva Boss Season 1 is finally here, and I could not be more excited. I'd received word that at some point yesterday the final episode would probably be released, and I wasn't paying attention to my YouTube channel. I was mostly hanging out with my sister, because, you know, Halloween. And it turns out that, yes, apparently another Helluva Boss video did actually come out, which is kind of surprising, given that it was... it was 2-ish months later. Actually, maybe it's not that surprising. It's only like 16 minutes long, but it's still part one of a finale, so oh my word, I am so excited. You guys have no idea. After the amazingness that was episode 6, I have to watch. I have to watch this episode right here, right now. Normally I like to space out a lot of my content, but I may have to put this up like almost right away, or within the next week or so, because yes, because everybody's gonna want to see this one. All right, okay, let's start the video. Let's actually see what's going on here. This is gonna be good. Yeah, we all know the warning. Your discretion advised. No shite, Sherlock. Ooh. Imp City. Binge drinking is sexy.
Woo! That was a fuck ton of lumberjacks.
Still so jazzed.
Even Moxie's excited.
Well, you better stay jazzed, babe, because guess where I'm taking you tonight?
Don't you dare finish a filthy pun in my presence, Moxie. Sides, drinks are on me tonight. Let's hit up the new dive down the street.
Actually, sir, it's our 1-year marriage anniversary, so I'm taking Millie to Ozzie's in the Lust Ring.
Ozzie's? No way!
Nice. Sounds cool.
That place is always booked.
Yeah, well, I've been planning
Hence
it
the
for
title of
quite
the
a
episode.
Moxie!
No.
Can you two not?
Is Blitz
I'm
jealous?
sorry, sir. Maybe another time.
Oh, it's fine. I can come with the two of you. Help you celebrate your boring as fuck monogamy.
No, the reservation is for us.
Uh-huh.
Just us.
Mm-hmm.
Without you there. Explicitly without you there.
I'll wear something nice. It's a big deal after all. See you love bugs later!
Blitz is jealous.
Relax, sweetie. Don't let him get to you today. Let's just go home and clean his blood off.
Whoa, dang, Millie. Millie and Mox both.
Elevator 666, departing for Lust in 5 minutes.
Oh, she's adorable. I love that look. This is a nice, like, train station thingamabob. For a hell? Looney Poo.
Yeah, it's Luna. Whoever you are, go
I'm
for
not
it.
surprised.
Hey, Looney. Just want to let you know I'm not going to be back home until real late. I got something important tonight.
She either already knows or doesn't care, you dumbass. Asmodeus.
Hello there, buddy. Got a reservation?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I'm with those two.
This club is for couples only.
It's what?
Oh.
No date, no reservation, no entry.
You know, you have really nice eyes, Daddy.
Dumbass. Really?
You fucking prude!
Come on, man. Oh no, is he gonna do what I think he's gonna do what I think he's gonna do. Oh dear. Oh, Stolas is all alone. Telenovela. That's pretty good.
Why won't you let me, Alejandro?
That's a mood, Gabriella.
It's eating cereal.
Hello, Blitzy.
Stolas, hey, you busy tonight?
Why do you ask?
I was wondering if you want to come with me to a club tonight.
Are you asking me on a date, Blitzy?
Yes, I suppose that is what's happening. How fast can you get down to Lust?
I can be ready in 20.
All right, fantastic. See you soon.
I'll see you, Blitzy.
Blitz, please don't fuck with Stolas. Stolas is too good.
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, Blitzy! I'm here.
Oh,
Wow,
very nice.
that's a bit overkill, don't you think?
Well, I
He is a
just
dark
want
prince.
to look a little nicer for you. This is our first real date, after all.
Oh?
Oh, yeah, I guess this is, huh?
Yeah, usually it's just been hookups.
You again? Beat it, shithead!
Ahem. Do we have a problem?
Nope.
Oh, shit. My apologies, Your Highness. Please, go right in.
Sucker! Blitz, please don't fuck with Stolas.
Oh, my. Oh, no. No, but yes. Oh. Oh, Blitz. How romantic is this?
Blitz,
what made you
please
choose such a
try and
place
make
to
an
bring
effort.
me?
Oh, it just sounded like I just thought we'd have a blast here, you know? God. Gotcha.
Oh, Blitz, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at nothing. How about that?
Can I get you two off? I mean, start you two off with some drinks.
Yes,
you are.
perhaps some wine to share. Do you prefer red wine or white, Blitz? Or perhaps some champagne?
Yeah, whatever.
Perhaps all three. Why not? So, Blitz, how was your day?
Huh?
Blitz.
Oh, good, I guess. We killed a bunch of beardos.
That sounds fun.
Oh no.
How
So...
did you kill them?
How? I mean, there was a lot of them, so I don't bullets.
Right. So, what made you decide to ask me out after all this time?
Ladies and gentlemen.
No. Don't tell me. Don't tell me that's who it is.
Welcome
hell.
to Ozzie's, Lustring's #1 place for all kinds of sick,
Wait, is this the same guy or somebody else?
Put on display for all you sleaze and sleazettes. The gem joint of Osmodius himself. Come on, give him some love.
Did you just say Osmodius?
No fucking way. Not him.
I am the one and only Fizzerali. Some of you might recognize this dashing clown face from my numerous toy project replicas across the rings of hell. Gloriously designed by the big man himself and, ribbed for your pleasure tonight. We have a great lineup for you tonight. Thurasica Mayday.
Oh,
Wet
hi.
Dream, and the Squirters. But as everyone's warming up, I got a funny one for y'all. Did any of you hear about the bat shittery that happened at Lululand? Oh yeah, wow. You know, I'll tell you what, I'd sure love to shake the hand of the crazy son of a bitch who decided to burn down that off-brand shithole and then slap a Fatsapina in it, because I'm very much looking to sue. That robo-me made us more money entertaining those kids than the ones we sell to get you freaks off, if you know what I mean.
Damn.
What you mean? I have 4 of them! Okay, keep that guy far away from me. So, without wasting any more time, our little opening act is a fresh one. Coming at us from a little imp from the Wrath Ring. Give it up for Moxie!
What?
It's no creative stage name whatsoever.
Oh, no, always gonna play a tune for Millie. Oh, dear.
Hello, everyone. Oh, hi. Thank you for letting me be here. It's an honor to play.
Hurry up, bullet, and sing, boy! I say.
This song is for my Beautiful wife, a surprise for our first anniversary. I love you, Millie.
Oh.
I love you. More than the brimstone loves the fire. More than Bielsa loves her bub. More than a maggot loves gangrenous stubs. You make my spirits sing. Yeah, you make me glad I live.
I love it, Moxie, but I don't know about everybody
Our love
else.
is a story sweet to tell.
Who's this?
Yeah, you cast a special satanic spell over my heart. Love is a journey we decided to start. Yeah, I hope we'll never ever be apart. I love you, 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 I love you.
If he broke into an electric guitar solo or something crazy like that. Or that too.
You singing love songs in my lustful lounge.
Ozzie's ain't the place for sentimental sounds.
What you expect from a proprietor like us?
Your demon host, Osmodius, the embodiment of love.
Oh, is this the Lust King?
Give me a thrust. You show me some love. From the groin to the bust, in desire we trust in the house of Osmodius.
Trumpet.
Hey, little imp, you came here to sing your serenade. Perform your feelings on a velvety stage. Well, we got a saying that's popular in these pods.
Only little bitches strum the strings of their hearts.
You wanna hang around this lustful town? Ditch the lovey-dovey before we knock you around. Here we sing about wants and desire.
Depravity, savagery, loins hotter than fire.
So give me a thrust. Show me some lust. From the groin to the bust, little imp, you just must in the house of Osmodius. Come on, sing us a song. Make sure the subject is getting it on. Make it gruff and tacitly loud.
Be sure to rhyme thong and schlong.
Go ahead, your mic's on.
Oh boy.
I want to.
Yeah, what do you want? Butt stuff, piss play, bondage?
Make gentle love to you.
What a lip dick imp. You really killing the vibe. Get a load of this dweeb and his unsatisfied pride.
Hey now, I've watched those two pork many times.
What? Blitz?
And honestly, they make missionary look relatively exciting.
That Blitzo to your show in your face? Hey everybody, this guy's a total disgrace. Some nerve you got to comment on a relationship. Last I checked, your love life is a pile of shit.
Oh, Blitzo, I used to date.
Oh, Veronica.
Ah, whoa, wow.
Choke on my Play-Doh. Yeah, but when it was my turn, he did no reciprocating. A selfish imp in the sheets, and just as bad in the streets. A reckless, heartbreaking freak.
Who's that at your table? Is your data demon Prince? Stokes, is that you?
Are you sleeping with an imp?
My dog Lord. Why did you fall? You used to have a smoking wife, a kid, you had it all. I hope you didn't give it up so you and him could get it up. You sold your life for a thrust. Now that's the spirit of lust. Grab your groin or a bust. You better get your hair mussed. Pretend you don't see that crust. Hump till you jump to dust. In the house of Hey!
I think you were trying to sing something for me, Mox.
Yeah, I was. I love us. I love us just the way we are. Don't have to pretend to like to do things we don't. I've always got you around to laugh at my stupid jokes. I'll never take you for granted. I'll always give you my best. And if you can offer the same fate, we'll handle the rest. 'Cause I love you. 'Cause I love you.
You know what? This was a mistake. All right, let's just leave.
Oh, right. Of course.
No.
Oh, ain't that just such a happy display? It sickens me. Get the fuck out.
Well then. Half of that episode was basically a musical sequence. That was fucking gorgeous. That's probably the best musical sequence of all of them so far. And don't get me wrong, some of them thus far have been truly good and amazing. But to see it all pull together into this, with Moxie initially starting his sort of love song. I was going to use a different word, but I like to think of a song. But his sort of musical love anecdote for Millie, and it starts with that really nice and very simple because it's just how the two of them are. It's how Moxie is, and I knew immediately that, you know, that I personally loved his little song for Millie, but I knew that everybody else would be like, it's boring. Give us something more exciting. And then, as soon as I saw that Veronica was there, and as soon as Blitz started joining up, and everybody was surprised to see him, I was like, oh no, this is gonna go very, very badly. And then, oh, we've met another Demon King. So first there's Stolas, and now there's Asmodeus, and holy moly does he have a voice. That is such a voice. It just, all these various characters and styles just came together in this musical sequence in something that can only be described as pure emotion, and something that really makes you think about the lyrics that are being said, especially as it pertained to the sort of relationship between both Blitz and Stolas. What did I say at the beginning of this episode? I said, do not mess with Stolas, Blitz. Do not fuck with him because he is amazing. And here's the weird thing too, though, is that Stolas as Blitz invited him, and Stolas willingly went out with Blitz, but as soon as somebody else started tearing their relationship apart, he was suddenly ashamed or embarrassed, or even some combination of those, to be in a sort of in something within him that, like Asmodeus said, can only be described as lust, not an actual relationship. What they have is from Blitz's end, it's purely physical and it serves him a purpose, but Stolas is actually feeling some emotional attachment to Blitz. You know, whether because I'm sure that Stolas is smart enough, I know he's very intelligent, and he knows that Blitz mostly, you know, did things with him in order to get close to him, get the book and stuff like that, but Stolas may have been under the wrong impression, and I really feel bad for him because I don't necessarily think that Stolas had a good thing with his wife for a little bit. I mean, or maybe he did, and maybe he just wasn't feeling fulfilled enough, and as soon as she found out that he'd slept with an imp and that he's continuing to do so, it probably really tore them apart. That's the real thing, though, is that was Stolas' marriage actually starting to fall apart before his first interactions with Blitz or not? Or was it because of Blitz that Stolas and Stella started drifting apart? That's one thing that I don't know for sure, and I don't know if it's been clarified, at least not in the context of these episodes, as far as I'm aware. And there's a reason that I'm asking this, because either of those scenarios could have very different outcomes on some of the characters and even a little bit of the story as well, especially as it pertains to Stolas. If Stolas' marriage had fallen apart because of Blitz, that would be one thing. But if Stolas' marriage was falling apart before Blitz, that's a completely different thing. That could be a very different psyche and could translate into what Stolas' character is now. I just don't know. I don't know enough information. I don't. But I said at the beginning, Blitz, do not mess with Stolas at all. And I knew it was going to happen. It just happened in a way that I wasn't expecting, in a way that's actually very tragic. I mean, Stolas hearing about all this from Azzoli, or whatever his name is, and from Veronica, and from Asmodeus as well. Stolas basically got humiliated by another Demon King, basically. And I cannot imagine what is going through Stolas' mind right now. I can only imagine that he must be an emotional wreck about now, whether he's showing it or not. Anything could happen. Oh my word. But man, if that musical sequence wasn't full of, and I was actually paying attention to the lyrics this time, but the lyrics were so apropos from everybody. They all meshed together in this interesting and very emotional way, and it was totally backed up by the gorgeous animation, the new presence of Asmodeus and his voice, and just everything. Oh my word. This is probably the best musical sequence that Vivziepop's come up with. This is amazing. But now I need to find out what's going to happen between Stolas and Blitz, because that's basically what I stopped at. Holy moly, I'm just blown away.
Thank you for inviting me out tonight. Despite everything that's happened, I enjoyed spending time with you.
Yeah.
You know, I have some more wine in the house. Octavia's with her mother this weekend, so we could.
I'm not fucking you tonight, okay? I'm really not in the mood, Stolas.
We could talk, or watch a movie, or maybe cuddle.
Stolas, don't act like what we have is anything but you wanting me to fuck you, okay? You make that really clear all the time. But I can't do it tonight, okay? I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think Stolas is more emotionally
Good
invested.
night, Blitz.
Night.
I think Stolas is more emotionally invested than you think, Blitz. God. Oh my goodness. My God. Look at all of these pictures. Hold on. Him and Stolas. And Maximili. Founding of Imp. Adoption certificate. I didn't even notice the adoption certificate. Oh, probably him and Veronica. Long before they had their issues. Him and Fazoli. Probably almost like when they were teenagers or something. When they were kids. And him and his mother and it might be his sister. Okay. So, a little bit of a subtle thread that's been brought up multiple times across the series has been Blitz's capability of being emotionally invested in somebody else. It's been in very subtle threads I've noticed across the I've never really mentioned it because I thought it just seemed like, you know, a funny running gag. But I should have fucking known better. Especially after the last episode, where it was directly brought up and referenced. I even talked about it a little bit during the musical sequence with Blitz and Moxie when they were talking about, when they were in their trip sequence, and then, you know, like their subconscious, these weird subconscious versions of other characters were being shown and whatnot. But I talked about Blitz and Moxie, both of them each with their own personality quirks as well as their own problems. And something that was basically a lot more obvious was the fact that Blitz was almost unable to retain any kind of emotional investment in somebody else and retain an actual relationship like what Moxie and Millie have. As soon as Moxie and Millie started, you know, kissing at the very beginning of the episode, and Blitz didn't respond in a sort of usual way that he has in the past, I knew that there was going to be something emotionally or relationship-wise involved in this particular episode, and I was absolutely right. His investment is basically challenged, and it's hard to say whether or not he cares about Stolas, but how he feels about himself right now must be something else. Because he did have individuals that he cared about, but for some reason, whether it was because of them, because of himself, or some combination of those, or maybe there were some outside influences, that he just started drifting apart from everybody he used to care about for whatever reason. Like, we just saw a picture of him with, I'm assuming, his mother and his sister, and we have no idea who they are, where they are, what they're like. We don't know anything about them. Blitz and Pazzoli were clearly very close, but then kind of, drifted apart. And same with Veronica as well. I don't know, I feel like the common thread could be Blitz himself. He just may be unable to retain a proper relationship with anybody. And that's probably what's been causing his problems all these years. I mean, it kind of makes sense. He is an imp. Not saying that imps can't be emotionally invested, but, I guess that's not even the best way to say that, too. Humans can be like that, too. I am not good at retaining emotional relationships. I do try, but they're really hard for me. Because, for one thing, I do have some social anxieties. And it doesn't matter if it's with family, friends, coworkers, random strangers. It doesn't matter. I get social anxieties no matter who I'm with. I hate that it happens. But I do try. I really do try. But some people have no problem with that, and some people are even worse than that. The same must be true with imps, because we've seen the diverse personalities of them through Blitz and Veronica, as well as Millie and Moxie. There's so many differences between all of them. Even though they're all from hell, they're all imps, they still have very diverse personalities. They can clearly still be very... They can still be very capable of love, as is seen with Millie and Moxie, like, all the time. But then you have the flip side of the coin, and then you get a character like Blitz. He must be so very tormented right now by what... Maybe by realizing something that he's done, or maybe he's missing something that he felt he's lost for a long time, because he's been covering up all these emotional insecurities very obviously with sexual innuendos and jokes and nonsensical actions like watching his coworkers sleep or some bullshit like that. He's been covering them up all this time, but I feel like ever so slowly that's been chipped away at. And it really came to a head in the previous episode with with the trip musical sequence, when both Blitz and Moxie were basically facing their own emotional insecurities. I like to think that Moxie grew based on what happened with that previous episode as well as this episode. I don't think Blitz did. And I think he's only now realizing that, or something to that effect. But he's not in a good place right now. I would imagine he's not in a good place. And Stolas, on the flip side, he might not be in a good place either. I was surprised he was not as much of an emotional wreck, because I think he's been more emotionally invested in Blitz than vice versa. And I feel like that's been, relatively obvious. I feel like maybe initially it was mostly the physical side of things, but eventually it may have changed into something, maybe a little bit more physical and emotional. I'm not entirely sure. I thought for sure, though, that Stolas might be a little bit of an emotional wreck, but he was trying to reach out to Blitz, and Blitz just kept shutting him out. And we saw Stolas on the staircase. He was crying, man. He was very upset. Understandably so. As soon as Blitz called him and was like, "Oh, are we going to be going on a date?" you could see the excitement in Stolas' face. And his actions as well. And of course his, dress, his appearance, his dress robe, his clothes. That to me clinched the fact that he cares, and that he does have, I wouldn't say an emotional stake, but he does have some attachment to Blitz that's beyond the physical capacity. That much is certain, just based on the beginning of this episode. But there are little bits and sprinkled in previous episodes that kind of build on that as well, I guess you could say. Holy moly. This is part 1. What in the heck is going to happen in part 2? This has to be resolved or explored more in finale part 2. This is too good. Vivziepop is intending to do something. There is no question in my mind. Vivziepop and her team, they are amazing storytellers. They are amazing. They are going to bring this somewhere. Because this whole relationship between Blitz and Stolas was basically, in a way, the whole plot of the episode. This has to be explored. This absolutely has to be. I was almost brought to tears myself. I couldn't believe it. This has been amazing storytelling. I personally still think that the 6th episode has been the best so far, but this episode comes very close. So freaking close, you guys have no idea. This was amazing. Holy shnikes. Okay. I think I've said enough. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop right there, because I've been talking for long enough. I may be looking a little bit teary, but I just kind of half yawned, and usually when I yawn, I start tearing up. It's a thing that I do. I'm gonna end it here. I cannot wait for finale part 2. You can bet your ass that I'm gonna be on that. I swear to goodness, if that finale comes out when I'm out of country or out of state, I'm not gonna be a happy camper. So anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this. I sure as fuck did. And as usual, until the next video, guys, check you laters.